Welcome to Liminal Lent. Today we are going to Ezra. Um, you might have to look it up in your table of contents to find it. I did. I knew kind of where it was, but I haven't read it in so long. So Ezra is a historic book, kind of historic theological book in which they are back. King Cyrus of Persia, so another empire has come. We've had the Syrians and the Babylonians and now the Persians come and liberate the people from Babylon. So God uses a foreign leader who does not believe or follow God to liberate his people. Kind of a curious little thing. We can talk about Cyrus sometime and some of the suffering servant texts that we see and how God, they were at that time, they were probably Cyrus, but then we now see that they are actually pointing to Christ Jesus. God uses the agents of the world sometimes for his people's sake. But they're back. And Cyrus is different than the Babylonians. The Babylonians took like the leaders away to kind of to subjugate the people by taking their leaders away, and a lot of the menial laborers, the farmers and other people stayed there. So now the leaders are coming back, not all of them, but a lot of them have come back and kind of reorienting to who we are together, those who stayed and those who left and have come back. Not everybody came back. The challenges of that. I can't imagine how the parallels we might be experiencing right now in our world of yeah of reforming a community. But there's actually in our book from Susan Beaumont that I've been using, there's something really, I think, poignant that she writes here. God's people have grappled with liminality since the beginning of recorded history. Eras end and people endure extended periods of disorientation while they wait to discover a way forward. This phenomenon is not uniquely ours. In the book of Ezra, we read the story of the Jewish nation finding its way back to Jerusalem after a period of exile. The first temple and the accompanying way of life that supported the temple is gone. However, the foundation of a new temple is being laid. The people gather to celebrate this important new start for the community. This is how the Hebrew scriptures describe the gatherings. This is Ezra 3, verses 11 through 13. And all the people gave a great shout of praise to the Lord because the foundation of the house of the Lord was laid. But many of the older priests and Levites and family heads who had seen the former temple wept aloud when they saw the foundation of this temple being laid, while many others shouted for joy. No one could distinguish the sound of the shouts of joy from the sound of weeping, because the people made so much noise, and the sound was heard far away. Leaders in liminal seasons must endure and interpret a lot of noise. There are those who long to go backward, to be more stable, to a more stable time reminiscent of former glory eras. Others want nothing more than to forge ahead and discover their new beginning. Few want to live in the disorientation in the middle stage, the liminal state where nothing feels resolved. And yet the liminal season, ripe with possibility for learning and growth, is exactly where we need to be. We are exactly where we need to be. And sometimes we will not be able to distinguish weeping from shouts of joy. Sometimes it will just feel like noise, undistinguishable, and maybe we won't even know what we're feeling in the middle. We're not alone in going through these periods in our church, in our community, in our life. That common humanity sometimes is a gift. It's also sometimes frustrating. So whether you're weeping or you're shouting or of joy today, that's just fine. God is with you in those moments. And God won't abandon you as we build, rebuild, remodel, tear down, change, grow, reminisce. God is here and God is faithful. And it's good to be here with you.